Hello, all of you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Ascent to Ascend Pathfinder. We shall begin as is usual with introductions, although Tal has the wrong storyteller icon on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But we're starting with Tal, so, there we go.
Yeah, fixed. Yeah, there we go.
Our,
Hi.
our storyteller today is going to be Nova.
No, I
okay.
had on the Fox storyteller one
Ah,
for
That would be hilarious.
Pokemon things.
so we don't get Nova being storyteller today?
No, besides, I didn't have Nova on anyway. But yes, hello, I am Telderis, and I will be the storyteller for Ascent to Ascend Pathfinder tonight.
I am Lightpaw, and I will be playing the Ghost of Alexi. Former Tinker, I think. Please
He's
survive.
fine.
I am Tochemay, and I play Gar, the Knoll Barbarian.
You go, Gurgur.
I am Razim, and I am playing as the Marten twins, Sweet and Maki. They are a pair of sentient feral, psionic incanters. Off to you, Rosalia.
I am Tanya Sapien. I'll be playing Rosalia Natus Cygnus. She sells vampirism and vampirism accessories, with a special discount for the recently deceased.
Hello, I'm Tiberian, and I'll be playing Snow Shadow of the Vanishing Isles.
Oh, Maki, that was, their names are Sweet and Maki.
Hello, everyone. I am Timbo. I'm playing Timbo Dor Jägermeister von Glorious Balkenbalk Wolfenstein. I'm a big Wolfen Paladin, captain of the crew, and spreader of Imperial Grade Tinnitus.
To go ahead and explain Maki. So my characters in this campaign change their names every week. And they just update everybody's minds with their new names.
Yep. Zim enjoys identity theft with it.
Yes.
For clarification, Rose is very aware that they do this, and she writes down their names every day, but she can't read names from previous days, so she's just keeping that entry in her spellbook, so that way she can use it as a cognito hazard on other people.
I don't know what you're talking about, Rosalia. My reports always show that Marche and Sweet have always been that.
Did you just have trouble pronouncing... Did you just have trouble pronouncing something you read from a doodle?
Yes.
You too.
Like crap! He's created a new language, and it's contagious.
Temple's having a hard time reading his drawing. I knew I should have not ate the pointy end of that crayon.
Well, you write with the pointy end. You're supposed to eat the flat end.
Yeah, but I like pointy things.
And remember, the crayons with the string in the middle, those are Rosalia's candles, and they are not for eating.
Okay.
Damn it, Timber!
Oh, that was too perfect.
I felt it coming. It was perfect.
It was too perfect. Somebody clip that.
I was already halfway through.
Also, go ahead with the recap, Timber.
All right, so previous episode, we went to go gather everyone and go assault this cultist cave. And that's all we found. Only cultists, nothing else.
Timber, I think you're forgetting the big blob of chaos thing.
Okay, fine. You didn't hear this from me, but apparently there was a chaotic creature down there, and we had to purge it because it was spreading. It was, Tipple looks around. It was an opener of locks. It threatens the fabric of reality. We had to kill it. And of course, well, you know, we got down in the cave and everyone was all like, oh my gosh, what's this? And I knew exactly what it was. I kept telling them not to ask questions. We just have to kill it. But then they kept asking questions. And they kept asking questions. And it kept getting weirder. And then people started getting kind of flip-floppy on, oh my gosh, Timbo, we gotta get out of here. Or maybe the Imperium can take care of it. But I knew by the time they got here, it would be too late. We had to kill it. Plus, I kind of promised Roselia I'd save her island. So, without telling them how bad this was, I led them down because I knew we could totally take them. And the twins were telling me that something was trying to get into their minds. And I kept telling them ignorance is the best defense. Be quiet. And then so we got into the main chamber because I took the right path. Literally, all the way down. And it was, indeed, the right path. Partly because I believed it was. So anyways, we got to this thingy, and it was all stitched together. It made no sense. The color was gray. I didn't like it. And then then the Kaiserin pinged me because I rolled a nat 20 on my religion roll, and she told me exactly what it was. Previously mentioned, redacted, thingy, the breaker of locks. Well, anyways, everyone's like, should we talk to it? And I was all like, it needs to die. And they're like, oh, okay. So the twins started using, the magical powers to make it more dumb. Which is, I don't know if that's a good idea or not, because, it's chaos. Chaos is stupid. Anyways, I made sure to throw a big old bomb at it. And, it blew up. What?
Minor interjection there. Them making it dumber, you see, it became chaotic because it had too much to think. So they were forcing it to be more imperial.
La la la, I don't know. I blessed it. I blessed it really good. It was blessed. And then it was still there. And then everyone's all like, no, you should use your teleporty thing that you borrowed from Rose earlier to drop the bomb on it. And I was like, no, you can't trust this thing. Drop me through it just in case. And I was right, because it dropped me and the bomb right in the middle of everyone. And I knew this was very bad. Because, apparently, the guy I went to had proper explosives that, exploded when you bonked it really hard. Unlike some other people who like to tinker with safety. Ooh. Anyways, the order was to destroy it by any means necessary. So I ran forward. I withdrew my Imperial backpack, and I hauled it with everything that I owned. And I blasted it really good. And it exploded, and cannonballs and chow and chains blew all over the place. I got behind my shield. That was fine. Everyone not so much, except for Snow. And so we killed it, and then we got out of there, and I made sure to give everyone a purity seal so they don't get corrupted as much. And I put a purity seal even on the thing as it died and burned, and on the walls, and then on the cave. And then Rosalia blessed it with cannon fire. And I was so proud of all.
I'm not sure what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
Alexi
Tim-
died.
So, two things. One, the clip that I took, the generated URL says Resolute Icy Nostril Fun Run. Timber, what are you doing with those crayons? Where are they going?
In my mouth.
Okay, just double checking. Second, Sweet Moki doesn't know what the Imperium is.
Well, we're currently invading everything because, well, nobody's ready for what's coming. So we forced them through military might.
Timber,
What?
Moki got redacted right as you started describing they got hit with an ad. Imperial redaction. Ah.
That's
Redacting
classified
Imperial
information.
information.
Yeah.
It's because you used the word invade.
You were giving away military secrets.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you,
that's
we're
perfect.
the bestest, and the Kazor's the bestest, and she's gotta fix everything!
Also,
Well,
fun
I hope at
fact.
least- Go on.
During that fight, I actually didn't regain consciousness until we left the field of battle because the negative level meant that I was still in negative hit points.
Which is why you got shoved into the bag of holding.
Yeah. It's okay, Alexi. You can come. You since the Wolven are with me, you can come with me, and we'll put you through some metal mass, and then you'll get big and strong, just like me.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
There, I granted Sweet Moki security clearance. No more redaction.
For now.
Thank you for that gift, Sob.
Alright, and the end.
So you didn't miss a whole lot there, Maki. It was mostly just them laughing about how you got redacted because of the ads.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
And how the Imperium is the ones trying to invade everybody to prepare them.
There is that as well.
Yeah, sorry, Sweet Moki. That was information that was above your security clearance level. Anyways, we should probably get started.
Yep.
All right. Well, you guys successfully escaped, killed, and then escaped the cave. Killed the person on the inside, escaped the cave, you know.
Like you do.
As one does. So, with that being the case, what is your guys' next move?
A long nap.
Snow had already started darting off to the ziggurat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
ran off.
Rose is taking a short rest in the back of Atlas while it's in transit, and yeah, she's directed Atlas to return to the ziggurat as well.
And since I'm still with everybody, going to be following.
Does
It looks like
Pathfinder
we're not
actually
going to the
have
boat.
short rests?
Well, not mechanically, just she is very much emotionally and physically spent after that altercation.
Ah, fair.
My everything hurts.
Well, we could
Where's
kill you
the-
again
where's
if
the
that would
twins
help. The twins are following.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez, Alexi, you're so whiny. You died, what, once? I do that every Tuesday.
And the twins look more depressed.
Those two are... I'm gonna have to have a long talk with them at some point.
Temple is marching triumphantly. A lot lighter now.
There's a lot of gear that was in that backpack that needs to get replaced now. Including Rosalia's phylactery!
Yeah, and those Imperial rations, which were far more important.
I disagree.
I vote that the rations are more important. And the twins are two individuals, so therefore their vote counts. You know, they both have their vote.
I appreciate your voting and democracy, adding validation to the fact that it was the Kaiserin who gave me it, and thus important.
Yeah,
I-
go on and keep saying that right up until the next time that I go down and you need to revive me without the phylactery.
A
Not to make
sacrifice.
people worry more, but wasn't he carrying our share or our reward for saving all of those people?
Nope.
Actually, I think he was.
I thought
Timber?
that got divvied out.
It
Did
got
it?
divvied out because you
Oh,
guys
okay.
don't trust Temple with money.
This justifies that mistrust.
And at least we have some people here who can help you with your phylactery.
Duke.
Yeah, actually, about that, I've been considering a modification on the Bone Horror design for a while, and I think I could integrate my phylactery into one. I mean, I need a replacement for Jeffrey, Billy, and McRib.
Considering how often you blow those up, that's probably a bad idea.
Well, no, this one wouldn't be rigged to explode. Basically, I'm thinking, like, armor, but bigger.
Well,
So-
Rosalia, you know, the whole fact that this happened was because I realized I was a threat to the pack, and I made a sacrifice to save the pack.
No, you sacrificed the pack to save us.
When he says
You
pack,
can
he means-
feel Timber staring at you through that armor plating.
when he says pack, he's referring to the party. Remember, he's a canine.
All right.
See, I have the consideration not to call you guys a fluffle, but he uses the word pack.
Sorry, I'm still kind of hearing the ticking from the afterlife.
First time?
Rose,
Don't worry.
A
with each
safer-
consecutive...
option would be making your phylactery a coin and giving it to the dragon.
I need to be within a certain distance of it for it to function. I'm not a full lich. I'm only like 50-50.
Why don't you just get a bag that Temple won't fill with bombs and just like strap it to my tail or something?
How about I just keep the phylactery on myself from now on? Anyways, Alexi, the whole, the fatigue from dying, it gets better with each consecutive death. You get better at shaking it off.
It does? I still haven't shaken mine.
Well, it was your first death. Speaking of which, I'd like you to accompany me to the ziggurat. I haven't completely finished burning through all of my good favor with the priests there. I might be able to get them to help you out with that.
I do want to discuss some things with them.
And, given how aggressive the collar is becoming, I think I'm going to actually attempt something I haven't done before. Going to attempt to commune while still alive. I mean, I need to sanctify the altar to Hades anyways. Again, that's also at the ziggurat. So, Alexei, just a question, since you're now acquainted with death. If you die again, which, I mean, you're in good company for that, how do you feel about vampirism?
From what I hear, vampirism kind of sucks. I like
But
the
a
sun.
Well, look, you already work in dark places. You already have the eye color for it. I mean, you're halfway there.
I don't work in dark places. People hire me to make stuff out in the sunlight a lot.
Yeah, but when it's big machines, you know, you got to get underneath them to get to the parts to work on them.
Yeah, but like, do you know how long it takes to set up a fireworks display? You gotta work on those for hours and hours, and you can't work on those in the dark because by the time it's dark, it's time to set them off.
Talk to Allure, he could help you make fireworks.
I wasn't going to mention it. I was actively resisting that. Remember what happened the last time we asked Alar to make fireworks?
Yeah, we gave the bag of fireworks to Timber.
No, the other time. At the fair.
I distracted the enemy.
If there's one consolation from what happened after that failed fireworks display, it's that all the people who witnessed me fuck up that bad are dead.
I thought
Not
I'd mentioned
everyone.
that I grew up in a guild that makes fireworks. That's what my parents did. That's what they died doing.
I feel like those two things are related.
Rose, the twins, Timber, and me are not dead.
But you didn't perceive it as a fuck up.
I perceive a lot of things as fuck ups.
The intrusive thoughts. Rose does not reply with, "Does that include yourself?"
Well, you should already know the answer to that one.
Yeah.
I know. That's why
I am
Rose
a
isn't
fuck
saying
up.
anything.
That's why I'm woven. I was born a fuck up. You merely adopted the fuck upperness. I was born in it, molded by it.
I didn't know success until I was already a man.
I've never learned success until.
Yeah, Sweet Maki, we may or may not have exposed a Necros of a much higher level than Rose, and he may or may not have taken the entire town as collateral damage in the crossfire.
All those walkers lost for nothing.
Yeah, but we disrupted the operation of a very high-level Necros who was making some very dangerous creatures, so... Pyrrhic victory?
I like how you're saying that, like, that was your motivation.
Well, that's the story I'm gonna tell. See, the one
Kaiser will
time
be
that
the judge of that.
the one time that Rose gave in to her evil impulses, an entire town died. It was a sobering experience.
Is that why you're never sober anymore?
I'm quite often sober. You're talking about the way that I move. Well, that's probably because I'm half dead.
No, I was talking about the way that you drink.
Oh, that's because I'm half dead. I have to drink twice as much just to get a buzz off it.
Oh.
It's handy that we
Kinda-
have a. It's handy that we have a couple. I keep wanting to say priest. That's not the word. Trainees.
Acolyte?
Acolytes, yeah. We have a couple acolytes on the ship, so I'm able to spike my drinks with holy water. That usually gives it a bit of a bite, anyways.
They don't even have hammers.
You know that we could give them hammers.
They don't dissolve them.
Wow, mean.
Yes, the big militaristic guy who's a Jägermeister, basically a Wolven Commissar. He's mean. Wow.
I mean,
Imagine my shock.
it's not a wrong statement.
The truth hurts.
My everything hurts.
Because you have been blessed!
Yeah, I'm just glad that I've started developing the reflex of covering my ears. Hairfolk take their hearing very seriously.
The imperial truth rings within my ears at all waking and sleeping hours of the day.
Yeah, I prefer Imperial Truth that doesn't ring.
That would be a sad day.
Well, I'm a sad person.
Because you're not a loyalist.
Alright. I don't remember this trip being this long to get here. How freaking far away is it?
I think we've been
You're on
here
a decently sized island, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it totally wasn't a gentle nudge towards Tiberius.
Well, yeah, you guys are talking. I'm not going to
Yeah,
interrupt your conversation. But
Talking is a
yes,
free action. Technically, we haven't moved at all.
No, we're all moving.
By rules, technically, you haven't moved at all.
Alright, so
We said
Zim
we're
has
going
given...
to the ziggurat, and then we just started talking.
Yeah.
So, so Zim has just given me permission to recite the entire works of Shakespeare next time we're gonna fight.
You go ahead with that. Go on.
That'd be more impressive than
To
anything.
be or not to be? That is the question. Whether it is nobler of the mind to suffer than the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune,
No, you're
or to
way
wither
overacting
away and die.
overacting that one. He's really depressed when he's doing that one.
Kaiser,
Oh.
can I borrow Brutus for like 30 seconds? You can take him back. I just need him to shoot this woman.
But yes, it would be entirely possible to make it to the ziggurat. No sudden ambushes, no surprises, nothing,
It's almost as
Ziggurat
if
time.
somebody's depopulated all the threats on this island or something.
Man, it's almost like there was a limited amount of things that could be threats to you guys. Crazy how that works, right?
It's the Wolven's job to remove threats.
One of them is an entire camp of gnolls. Oops. And one of them is a high-level cult. Oops. Or a high-level demon.
I'm still upset that I was given direct orders not to execute them to a man.
He wasn't your boss.
He might as well be. You don't
Why would
understand how,
anyone question their superiors?
While
you
you're
don't
in
understand how
there-
hierarchy works in the underworld, do you?
While you're in there, if you can get a spare scroll of restoration, I think I might be able to turn it into a potion.
Yeah,
Just
the
what I
only-
need. A drinkable ward. Yeah.
Yeah, the only scrolls I have are Hypnotism and Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, that's why you're asking them for one.
I mean, I also have those letters from Hashim. That's technically a scroll of instant death, but it affects the person who touches it.
There are easier ways to do that as a potion.
Tempo marches up to the ziggurat.
I'll even
pretty
pay
sure-
them for the scroll, I think.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Snow gets there first.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
definitely falls.
Yeah, if he ran ahead, he definitely would be getting there first, so that would be your scene then.
Yes. No is going to. Does anyone stop him at the gate running through?
Yes, but mostly for identification purposes.
Because there's so many other snow leopards on this island.
More because it is a very tall blur that is moving towards them very quickly.
Stop right there.
Look, he's only moving slightly slower than Usain Bolt right now.
He stops just long enough to not be a blur anymore. It's like, oh, it's you. Carry on.
Well, I mean,
They
to
just
be
they,
fair,
they just want to identify him, so
Yeah. if someone ran up to me and I'm a guard post, weapons are being drawn.
The exact opposite with Timber. They know he's coming even before he gets around the hill.
Nope, Snow would stop. Look left, look right at the guards, and see if they ask him anything, if they're going to even hold him up.
They literally just stop you enough to identify that it's you and then let you through.
Thank you, bye. As he just bolts off again.
Yep.
Well,
Up to the ziggurat.
Like I said,
Oh,
they were literally just stopping you for identification purposes.
Yeah, he's going to make his way to the ziggurat itself, and he's going to be climbing the ziggurat and basically making a hard turn at the Dionysus shrine.
All right. You are staring at a rather well-kept shrine that somehow you're just gonna have to expect through either divine or priestly intervention. There are wine grapes growing around the columns.
Every part of Snow wants to pick those because they look weird and unusual. But he will walk.
You want to steal from a shrine to your god? Go right ahead. It'll be fun to watch.
Oh no, he's not going to steal them. He wants them. But he's going to walk up to one of the priests there, and he's going to I managed to get a hold of this holy water that gets you really, really drunk. And I think you guys are the one that make it. Do you have any?
Oh, yeah. So first off, we aren't the ones that make it. But we know the people who do.
Why am I surprised that the priest to Dionysus is drunk?
I mean, at this point, it might be kindred spirits with Snow at the moment. So you know the person who makes it. Because we did a thing, and I feel that we need to celebrate.
Yes.
Duke.
But if you're gonna go talk to them, bring, like, a ton of food. They kind of don't... The money thing doesn't have as much meaning to them, considering that they live out in the woods. So, like, if you give them a bunch of food, they'll accept that. Or booze. Booze works too, but, you know... better be high quality.
As Snow just puts it, oh, I haven't made any booze in a while.
Making booze is always good.
Well,
I
yeah.
heavily support the creation of booze of any quality, pretty much. I'm just like, you know, if you're gonna try and pay off for, you know, the holy water, you're gonna want to have some high quality stuff.
Crab baskets. As he
Now,
just
if you show up and give it to them, they'll drink it no matter what. But if you're gonna pay them with it,
as he just looks up at the grapes, do you mind if I grab a few of those?
just don't grab many.
I mean, it's going towards as he pulls out the barrel, his fermentation barrel, and opens it up. It's going towards a good cause.
All right, cool. Like I said, just don't take too much.
Yep, he is going to carefully pick enough to do a single batch of, or at least what he thinks a single batch would be in his barrel.
All right.
Basically, he's going to as he picks, he's just going to look towards the priest. Just the level of annoyance he might be getting to. He doesn't want to, you know, anger him.
The priest is gonna look between you and the goblet that is very much so sized for a more upper level specimen of the medium size class as compared to himself. And he's gonna go, "Hey, do you want to do a fun game?"
Depends on the game.
The game is that you grab one of my empty goblets over there, go over there, pointing across the room, and fill it up for me and bring it back. And however much you get me, however long it takes me to drink it, is how long you get to pick grapes.
This guy's a hustler.
I mean, out of anyone here, I think Snow's one of the best suited people for this game.
Maybe.
Well, it's not about the speed, it's about the amount you bring in.
Question, Taldarius.
Yes.
So, flurry of blows. You're spending a key point to move unnaturally fast, right?
There's various key things that involve moving unnaturally fast, yes.
So if he were to use Flurry of Blows on the grapes...
Hey, look, mashed grapes.
I was about to say that it doesn't lend itself to careful things like trying to pick a fruit like a grape without
You let me
immediately
down.
also smashing it.
You let me down, Tail.
I mean, I guess if he was using his knife, just to quickly, because that counts for flurry of blows, just to slice the top of the grape bunch.
I want to point out
The stem.
his final goal is to smash the grapes anyway.
Well, yeah, but there's a difference between smashing it on his hands and smashing it into some wine.
Yeah, you smash it in your hands, and it's gonna be the juice is gonna get everywhere, and that's what you want.
I'm just picturing this would end up going down like the battle of the hustlers. The priest gets the wine. Turns out that he has fast drinker, so he just downs it all in one pour. And as he prepares to look smugly towards Snow, Snow's already holding all of the grapes.
But Snow is going to take him up on the just. I feel like you can down that as fast as I can. Challenge accepted. As he runs over and fills up the goblet as much as catly as he can.
As catly as possible, got it.
Does that mean he's going to knock it off the counter as soon as he sees it?
Oh, no. We do that with water, not with wine.
I beg to differ. I have owned cats.
No, you can't own Snow. That's called slavery.
I mean, it depends. If they're willing, then it's just their nice little pet.
Zim, I bap you with a rolled newspaper.
What? Why?
Snow will not be petted.
You don't accept pet pets?
Squint.
That's why I wear a helmet, to protect me from physical assault like that.
But no, Snow will fill that thing up as to the point of surface tension is about to break on that goblet.
Cool. Surface tension levels, got it. Normally I'd have you roll something in order to transport this successfully, but you are monk, so that makes things easier on you.
Acrobatics equal yes.
Basically.
Yep, he will place it in front of him, and the second he starts to raise that glass towards him, Snow's gonna bolt.
All right.
He will be using E-speed to make this go faster.
All right. You're using key speed. In that case, what would you prefer for this? Some sort of sleight of hand, acrobatics.
Acrobatics would be nice. I do have some sleight of hand. Acrobatics is definitely the better one.
In that case, go ahead and roll acrobatics with advantage. For the key speed.
Okay, so I will roll this twice. That's pretty good. That's not as good. 27.
27. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll this guy's profession, drunkard.
See, called it. See, I know a hustler when I see one.
To be fair, the hustle was exceedingly obvious. He just wanted someone to get the booze for him. He didn't care too much about the actual thing. All right. He rolled a total of 24, so you're gonna get some extra out of it
Yay.
than you would have normally.
And
In terms of units, which I will just in order to like make this simpler, go ahead and get like 4 pounds of grapes. This entire place is like vineyard level, so.
all right, a small batch of wine. I will add that to my inventory. And yes, I guess Snow will see that he chugs it back pretty quickly. But considering how fast Snow is, he still manages to get some. As he just walks, once he sees that he downed it, he just walks over. And just, it's always good to see that there's good professional drinkers in this world.
He lets out the signature drunk burp of I've just consumed so much alcohol, and is gonna do the equivalent of like do the yeah now go on kind of wave.
He got what he wanted from the interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Which was kind of the point anyway.
The bots are once again on point. It's all Snover.
That's two on point. That's two on point.
I just realized that doesn't show up in the on-screen stuff. So for those on YouTube, the Pokemon community game thing, a wild Snover appeared.
That is pretty funny though.
And then escaped.
At least he didn't do the thing I was thinking of. Get the bottle, lock it in a chest, and hand it to him. Now, how long will it take him to drink that?
Oh, that would be cruel.
No has standards.
That's like the bar trick. That's like the bar trick of I'll drink this glass without picking up the hat.
You just
No, just cuts a hole through the bottom of the bar counter and then drinks the ale.
Well, no, the bar trick is that you tell the person that you can drink it without picking up the hat. You pretend to do actually that, going underneath the counter. And then when they pick up the hat, you tell them, go ahead and take a look. As soon as they pick up the hat to check, you grab the glass and drink it. You never touched the hat.
Yep.
what you do is you eat the hat to show dominance.
But that constitutes touching it.
Yeah, but I ate the hat.
I'm going to need to start locking up my leather supplies so it doesn't eat them.
Okay.
I mean, you should probably just give him not a reason to do that.
So I guess Snow has the grapes. He now knows where this location of this person is. I guess he's going to be maybe looking to get food for him because he wants, if nothing else, he wants at least one.
Yep. You could probably suspect that these are more like the crazy drunkard moonshiner bacchanala kind of people, part of the cult.
Oh, hairfolk moonshiners. That's all we need.
You make crops for it. It's fine.
Look, if it
I
has
have
sugar,
no idea what you mean. We're entirely above board.
If it has sugar in it or carbohydrates, it's fermentable.
I assure you that all the barley grown on that estate is used for above-board, perfectly legal sundries.
I'm sure.
You laugh. You say that, Varen. That actually is a thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's also racist.
Yeah, if Dwarf Fortress especially has taught me anything, it's that you can make booze out of anything.
To be fair, that's dwarves.
What were you
To
saying
be fair,
about
though,
being
you
racist?
really can make booze out of so many things.
Add that to the list of things. But anyways, I think this interaction, the rest of the group might actually be making it to the temple.
I was about to say, they will be, yes. All right. So, as for everyone else, you are, in fact, making it to the temple. Or the ziggurat, but, you know, it's a temple.
Rose would like to escort Gar to the shrine of Demeter.
An interesting choice.
Sacrificial altar of Demeter.
I don't think she does sacrifices.
Nah, she kind of does
Shame.
them, mostly.
Shame.
I couldn't hear you over the Imperial redaction. Say again. Taldarius?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were taunting Timber with that.
Well, I was, but I couldn't hear you over him redacting.
Okay.
I was redacting. I was shaming.
Same difference.
No, there's a big difference.
Anyways,
Yes.
Go on.
Anyways, you are able to make it inside with a without minor incident. And are let through. You said you wanted to go and find the shrine to Demeter?
yeah, specifically to speak with the priest or priestess there.
All right. Well, that is not very hard.
Totally not going to cause a stir showing up with two gnolls, one of which is visibly undead.
Yeah, but then again, High Priestess of Hades showing up with a dead body is actually less worrying than the very alive one accompanying.
At least they know the undead one's on a leash, right?
Yeah, that is exactly it. Correct.
I know that it's not typical for you to do your work with gnolls. However, that my friend here has been having difficulty since I brought him back from the grave. No, not that one, the other one.
Hi.
Yes, I know the twins were the ones who actually did it, but remember who she's speaking to.
Yeah, the twins are not happy.
Maki will remember this.
Would you be able to give him a once-over? He's been very weak for some time now.
I suppose that this is the standard affair result of resurrection.
Yeah. He hasn't been able to shake off the resurrection sickness. You don't need to worry about the other one. That one is supposed to be like that.
Yes, I was just not going to bring that up. Ooh, okay. I suppose I could at least look them over. Gar, how many negative levels are you at?
2.
2. And they're going to hum slightly and go, okay, well, I've seen worse, but this isn't that far off. Either it's going to be multiple weeks of care while this is taken care of, or you're going to have to get a lot of diamond dust together.
Is it possible to meet in the middle? We've got about a week before we have to shove off.
Or less.
If you could delay it to 2 weeks, I could take care of it. Either, but immediately I could, well, when I say immediately, I could begin preparations, and within the week, I could get rid of about half of it.
Damn it. Well, I do know a guy for getting my hands on diamond dust. I just know there's going to be a price tag attached to it.
Yes. Either way, there's technically a price tag, but, well, I know that I could get a certain amount reimbursed. Especially if I'm not very specific with writing down what exactly it was, or who exactly it was used for. I was just going to put it attached to you because you're making the request, and that'll go over a whole lot better than saying that I used it on a null. But
well, the way that you could phrase it, you used it on one of the people that wiped out the Knoll camp. He was there with me on the front lines.
Well, yes, but it'll also go over better if I can put on the thing that it'll make it so that way people don't look into it if it has your name attached to it as a request from you.
It's priest work.
Fair enough.
Either way, I could take care of this about halfway with a little bit of preparation within the week. However, there's about a 4,000 gold difference between that and me being able to get rid of all of it right away.
Yeah, that's a bit of a price tag.
Well, it is, but if you're short on time, it comes at a premium.
Then just get rid of the half that you can reasonably do. That would take a week, right?
A little bit less than that, but yes.
And what would be the expense for that?
Well, for you, technically nothing. The actual gold expense is 1,000.
I can offset that a little bit at least. I mean, I wouldn't be a very good priest of Hades if I wasn't giving Demeter a little bit of a kickback, would I?
They open up their mouth to say something, and then, like, halfway realize what's going on, and then they're just going to shut it again. Because she was about to just go, Hades and Demeter famously don't get along, what are you talking about? And then was just like, wait, I shouldn't say anything.
And Hades is a spiteful, sarcastic bastard. I know how to play the gods off each other. It's a good way to get stepped on, but it's funny.
All right.
As the collar tightens a little.
Yes. I should be able to get all of the materials together in 2 to 3 days. We don't really keep 1,000 gold worth of diamond dust on hand, but we do, technically speaking, have a vault with things like that. It's just, well, it requires getting together multiple high priests or priestesses in order to open it, along with an approval process. So it'll take a couple of days.
Well, we will be here for a few days. In the meantime, and she's going to let me update my gold. Ah, freaking there. Wasn't accepting my typing. She's going to be dropping 100 gold at the shrine in the offering area. I have to go make sure that the shrine to Hades is being constructed properly, and there's a mummy that I need to talk to.
Okay, well, I'll see you in a couple days then.
Yeah. Oh, and Gar,
Mhm.
don't smile around them.
Okay.
That's the
It's the
saddest
teeth.
I've ever heard. Go
It-
ever
it's
be.
it's the teeth. There. I mean, fair's fair. Your kind do eat our kind.
Question for the GM,
Yes.
as this would be known to the party. Were there any diamonds in that gem and precious metal chest that we took from the Knoll camp?
A couple, but I don't think you guys have fully sorted through it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rose has no way of knowing. She knows that there's a chest of unsorted treasure back on the ship, but we haven't gone through it yet.
Roselia, are we leaving the ziggurat?
No, I need to go to the Shrine to Hades, commune.
Oh, so it's here
Hopefully get a
on
blessing.
the ziggurat.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
There's always been a Shrine to Hades and the ziggurat. It's just that it fell into disrepair because, well, hair folk don't really have a strong connection to death. So
Well,
I'm
just.
actually technically the only priestess of Hades. So the reason I'm the high priestess is just because I win by default.
I'm not super familiar with joint task force god places.
Well, all of the major gods of the Lagosan pantheon are all in one building. They each have their own little alcove area, except for Zeus because he's the favorite. That's the giant statue there at the end of the hall.
Timbo leans over to look. Well, I know you have things to do here, but I was. You see, like Timbo thinking for a moment, trying to come up with the right words and struggling really hard. To speak with who's ever the highest ranking person here,
That would be the priest of Zeus.
and I kind of want to at least have a chair open for the Kaiserin when she shows up. Or at least
Uh,
the church.
well, there was that place that you sanctified earlier. I strongly implied to them that a shrine to the Kaiserin should be erected on that site. It's technically already holy ground. Wolven did die defending it.
My brothers would prefer them to have a place here.
Okay, then I would need to have you have a meeting with the priests of Zeus and Poseidon.
Which ones are those again?
Zeus is like the big brother, the head honcho. Poseidon is his brother. Hades is also his brother, but is the
gods of
the
what?
middle child. What?
Gods of what? I don't know.
Oh, Zeus is thunder, lightning, the sky, all that fun stuff, but not the sun. The sun's Helios, that's its own thing. Poseidon is storms and seas.
Helios is the Titan, by the way. Apollo would be the god.
Apollo, sorry.
I mean, me, the Paulson, knows the gods, just Temple doesn't.
Yeah,
Well,
so...
she is very fond of her boats.
Well, then definitely the Priest of Poseidon is the one that you'd want to talk to in regards to that. Because his domain is all life in the sea and storms at sea. There's overlap between him and Zeus with the whole lightning thing, but yeah, they are brothers, so it makes sense there's some overlap. Technically, again, Hades is a brother too, but he's the outcast.
Temple doodles this.
Anyways, again, I do have a shrine that I need to go tend to. And a
Let's just go.
conference to call.
And Rose, I would whisper that to you.
Oh,
Or
what you
Ascent
said
in
on
Fantasy Grounds.
Fantasy Grounds? Yeah, she is going to bring that up later, but right now she has priorities. As always, Rose has a checklist.
Twins?
They will look at Timber.
After this, I wish to speak with you.
They will nod.
All right. Anyone else have anything they want to handle before then? Because I know the Timber is about to go and talk to High Priestess of Poseidon.
Oh, it's a priestess.
Yep. One of the other high priest, big main three brothers. Was female. It's just that she didn't talk as much because the high priest of Zeus was also there. So
He had to be the center of attention.
It's Zeus.
she kind of just didn't feel like dealing with it. So
Which is very Poseidon.
she piped up like once or twice, and then that was it.
I'm also liking to imagine that Alexei tried to go watch the Priests of Demeter work, but because he's so heavily connected to, clockwork gods, there was just a hedge maze in his way the whole time.
Could always go talk to priest the priests of Hephaestus. They'd probably like you.
Probably, but it's not really entertaining for the viewers to listen to nerds ramble at each other for an hour and a half.
You'd be surprised what people watch on their line.
Definitely going to be spending the reward money that Alexei should have on a scroll of lesser restoration to put into the formula book, though.
Yep. You don't really have to make it like a full scene, but you could just have your character go off and do that.
Yeah, there's just this giant Sims conversation over there happening that looks like gears and clocks and screws, and that's just the conversation between Alexei and the Hephaestian priests.
Rose will be sending, and once she gets to the shrine, she's going to be sending Chiefy off with Svefenthorn to go and retrieve that diamond from Gar's quarters. Because need someone with a little bit of intelligence to find the thing, since he didn't say where in the nest it was. And Svefenthorn is because, well, people will recognize Svefenthorn, so they're less likely to panic when they realize, oh, wait, this undead belongs to the priestess.
You would know there's a chest in the room.
Yep. So yeah, she's going to be spending the next chunk of time meticulously arranging everything and going by the general vibes. And she's got a connection to Hades. She should be able to tell how he likes it. Giggity.
Nice. All right. So you're gonna be doing that. I'm just guessing while the others are your minions are off retrieving.
Yeah. So basically, I'm just queuing up actions that'll take a while, so that way everyone else can have their scenes while that's happening in the background.
Yep. Cool. All right. I guess the next one that would be very reasonable would probably be the Timber going in and talking to the High Priestess of Poseidon. Unless someone else had something pressing that they wanted to go do, but
Nope.
The twins are gonna go meet with the guy that's in the really shady guy. I can't remember his
Orchid?
name. The one that runs the
Rose's
tavern.
cousin.
Well, no, okay, Orchid is not Rose's cousin. If you want Rose's cousin, that would be the guy down at the docks, the shipmaster.
yeah, the sleepy guy that she was really surprised to see actually in charge of something.
So inefficient.
I like how none of us actually went back and listened to that episode to find out what his name was, in spite of all of us realizing that we don't know his name.
His name is Cousin of Roselia.
From now on, his name is Ohana.
All right, but twins, you're going back to town to talk to Orchid, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. That'll be queued up. Are you waiting until before or after your conversation with Timber that you said you wanted to have?
That can wait. You can go do what you need to do.
Yeah, they're just gonna go before.
You're gonna go before? Cool. Just wanted to make sure about that. Cool. So in that case, Timber.
Can Timber request Roselia come with, since she's somewhat familiar with
Yeah, it would probably be a
dealing
good
with
idea.
these people? Yeah.
You can certainly request it, accepting it is up to her.
All right. Well, yeah, Timber's gonna do that.
Alrighty. Tanya, accept or no?
Yeah, she'd be going with him because it's a very valid point.
I need a liaison. Peace talks aren't really a wolfen thing.
Yeah, not really. Oh well. So with that in mind, Tanya, you are going to make it a whole lot easier to get an immediate meeting instead of effectively being put on like a waiting list without like, further convincing.
Yeah, I get the feeling that he'd be left on hold indefinitely if it was just him.
Maybe not completely indefinitely, but basically, yeah.
See what
It
he
would
what
be a
he needs
shame
to
if the
do.
Imperium showed up first.
No, see what he needs
Yeah.
to do is he needs to pick the doorway for where he sits to wait, because then they can't leave until after they see him.
Just block the door, the exit.
You'll either have your meeting with me or die of starvation. It's up to you.
Roll intimidate.
All right. Rose hopes to get the meeting a lot easier, so it would probably only take like it won't be immediate, but like, maybe like half an hour to an hour.
So long enough for Chiefy and Svefenthorn to return?
No. Because you remember the Ziggurat is like a decent bit out of town.
Right, okay. And unfortunately, Chiefy's too heavy for Svefenthorn to carry.
Yep.
So you want me to start the conversation?
No, I was just pulling up a couple of things.
Yeah. I was just waiting.
Yep. All right.
The Frosty Husky in chat has acquired bacon.
Ooh, bacon. Now I'm hungry. All right, cool. I now have everything that I need up. Cool. All right. So Rose, you are requesting a meeting. The meeting shall be granted after about half an hour to an hour. And you are led into the High Priestess's little... there's basically two areas that are afforded to, every faith in this one, which is
Pantheon.
every member of the Pantheon, which is basically, the public facing, effective like congregation religion area, and then like, a more like private meeting area with, the quality of the more private amenities, as well as sometimes the Pantheon amenities.
Now,
But
here's an
scaling with
important
how
question.
important.
Here's an important question. Do they actively dust things in there? Because I would assume that the chair reserved for the priest or priestess of Hades hasn't been used in some time.
For the the meeting room where they hold like actual like group meetings, yes. Your private office, well, the maintenance and upkeep of the privately afforded areas is up to the person it's afforded to or their appointed effective retainers or servants or whatever.
Okay. So this is the priestess of Poseidon's personal quarters then, or personal office, I should say.
Personal office, yes.
Okay, but say because if it's like a main hall and there's with the chairs for each of them, if that's where we're having the meeting, Rose would pointedly not be using the seat. She'd be standing next to it rather than actually sitting down.
Yeah. You aren't using the group meeting room. This is more like just a private meeting room.
For that about hour to an hour and half an hour, Timber was trying to make himself look presentable.
All right, understandable.
Such a case of helmet fur.
I never take it off.
Helmet doesn't come off.
Part of his religion. Wait, does this make him Mandalorian?
Weapons are part of my religion.
Just nobody ever give him Beskar. We do not need timber with Beskar armor.
Part of his religion is literally seeking adamantine armor.
I feel like that's just Beskar with extra steps.
That is
Well,
my
technically
point.
less steps.
That is my point.
It's not like, the Kaiser named the Imperium after such a thing.
Anyways, I'm just waiting.
Sorry, we just kind of got off on a bit of a side conversation.
Yeah, I was just waiting for the conversation to start.
Yep. All right. Well, you would be led into the meeting room, and the High Priestess of Poseidon will give specifically you at first a respectful nod while also like questioningly looking over at the very large wolven that is like cramming into a hairfolk-sized office.
Chunk, chunk, drag, chunk.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure of this meeting?
Well, the Jägermeister specifically wanted to speak with you, given Poseidon's domain, and given certain events that have happened and are soon to happen.
Okay, so he's requesting the meeting and you're facilitating.
More or less. I'm basically here to verify any claims he may make.
Okay. So, and she's gonna sigh and turn to Timber. What do I owe the pleasure of this meeting?
I am Timbledor Jägermeister von Glorious Borkenborg Wolfenstein. Standing in for the Antimantine Imperium. I was told that whole navy is coming for your island, and I was wishing to ensure that they come and not totally conquest your island.
The Adamantine
diplomacy.
Imperium.
Reappearance.
Yeah.
The dungeon awaits.
So, you mean to say that right now?
Just
One
resubscribed
sec.
for 15 months. Thanks to @Jim and _ for my sub gift.
Thank you for the resub, Rex.
So
Alright,
you
carry
mean
on.
to say that right now, you, a member of this Imperium, your stated goal is to make it so that way we don't get conquered.
I was hoping to, my vocabulary isn't that good.
The Adamantine Imperium is expanding its influence across various regions in hard counter to threats that are they're difficult to speak of. But as they expand their influence, they apply threat assessments and value assessments to various locations. Part of the reason why my group and I worked so hard to secure this island so rapidly against threats is so that when the Imperium gets here, the threat assessment is as low as possible to reduce their willingness to use aggressive force. I wanted to make sure that when they arrive with an open hand instead of a closed fist.
So, you're trying to make it seem like we're too valuable to just be conquered in a bloody fashion.
Essentially, yes. The forces here are nowhere near adequate to stand up to a single one of their invasion fleets, let alone the full force they'd bring down if any resistance was given. And I don't want to see any of my friends and extended family dying. I've already had enough of that. And, well, you already know how reluctant the HKO is to send any sort of assistance out this far. So it's not like they would stand up to them. They would just say, the island isn't valuable enough, let it get taken.
Well, maybe they'll be different about a more external threat, because I'm fairly certain that they've always seen the Knolls as an internal problem.
I've been to Relago. I've talked with various leaders there. Lagos wasn't even mentioned once. We have no relevance to them. We're just a check mark on a list. We're just a dot on a map to them.
Perhaps if you let the Kaiser build a fort here, at least we can have a place to continue our expansion.
So, currently you are just wanting to recommend collaboration.
In essence,
I
You-
come here to beg you not to fight them.
What do I... Okay, even if you manage to convince me of this, which I won't speak to right now, even if you manage to convince me of this, there is only so much that I could really do, especially when you start considering that, well, quite obviously, I am not the loudest voice here. I have a very loud
I know.
voice.
Oh, see, that's why we're talking to you, is because, well, not the loudest voice. I can't help but feel like if we went to the other guy, he would already be yelling right now, and blustering considerably.
I considered you because your religion could pose the greatest chance of resistance to our invasion fleet.
In other words, not an if, it's when some measure of resistance starts cropping up, people will end up petitioning you to petition Poseidon to bring storms upon the ships when they arrive. That would be a bad idea. They would be able to tell if there's divine hands present, and they would immediately target those who speak to the gods.
The Kaiser on shore is proud of our navy.
don't touch the Imperium's boats.
Yeah, don't touch the Kaiser's boats, please. I beg you. I didn't bring cannons. I come with tears in my eyes. Don't touch our boats.
Rule number 3 of warfare: don't touch America's boats.
Well, okay, back to my point. I'm not the loudest voice, so even if you are correct, and you do convince me of this successfully, truly what do you think that I, in my capacity, am going to be able to do to foster the collaboration that you're looking for?
Speak as a voice of calm and reason. Fighting against the Imperium would be futile. It would just be... How best to put it? You could hope for an honorable death, but you'd only be getting death. And again, I don't want that.
I don't want death, says the Death Priest.
So, the more people who are able to convince others that peace is the preferable and safer option, the better. Orchid already, and I know you know him, pretty much everybody does, he's already on board with a peaceful integration, I guess, would be the word. And, well, if Hades wasn't in some measure of agreement, then he wouldn't be allowing me to work alongside the Jägermeister.
I am trying to save this island. I made a promise to Erzilia that I would. She has helped me climb a couple towers and secure them for the Kaiser. It's the least I can do.
Okay, well, look, the thing that I'm trying to say is that while I'm more powerful than most, do you really think that for a single moment, me having a calming voice and trying to preach reason will stop certain elements from having a visceral negative reaction to what equates to having to surrender?
Oh, they'll have their visceral reactions, and I already am formulating plans for dealing with those visceral reactions. I have no doubts I'm going to have to slap somebody upside the head before the end of the week.
Oh, speaking of Erzilia, Temple leans down. You told me you were supposed to punch me in the face. I'm still waiting for that.
You take everything very literally.
Yes,
Will it make you feel better if I do?
correct.
See, let me... How would I make an unarmed strike?
Well, it provokes an attack of opportunity, and it's based off of your size. I think a small, it's, what, like a D2 or D3?
Temple is not gonna attack all.
Unarmed attacks Pathfinders. I haven't looked at this chart in forever. Small is a D2. And it's considered a light weapon.
If she can even get past his armor class.
I doubt it.
Well, it depends if you're going to dodge it or not.
Oh. I just thought just the armor itself.
Well, because it depends, because if you... First of all, like the armor, it would basically count as you being flat-foot.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume, given the size difference and the heavy armor, it just amounts to her punching his helmet and it rings, and that's about it.
Yeah, probably.
I was gonna say, what's your strength modifier?
Well, considering that it's a dump stat, I don't have one.
Timbo actually feels better afterwards.
And out of respect for his religion, she does actually put force behind it. She doesn't pull the punch. It's just that, size difference is a thing.
I'll probably wear that. One wound.
1 point of damage.
And thus the twins are upset again.
Oh no, one
Well, they
damage.
left, so,
Yeah, but I'd say they're not even here for this anyway, so.
Timbo wags his tail a little bit.
That actually kind of makes a good metaphor. That would be the sum total of our island resisting an Imperial fleet.
Hold on a second, I am getting a phone call.
The Kaiseran's checking in on him. She sensed that he got hurt.
Got hurt in a temple, no less.
The
We need
Kaiser
to start a crusade.
Sacrifices must be made.
The Kaiser incensed that a Wolven was suddenly happy.
Yeah, can't have that. Like, he's injured and happy, and it happened inside a temple? Oh no, something's going on.
Would be worse, at least.
Alright, well, we could pause the scene while Timber's on his phone call.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna do.
I was making the joke that you guys were like, the Order of Poseidon is the most likely to be able to harm the Kaiseran's fleet. Meanwhile, in the Temple of Hephaestus, depth charge, as you say.
Kaboom! Actually, I think I have a blurb for this. That's definitely not it. Huh. There's no Rico Kaboom. Now I'm sad.
Hello, I'm back. Funny thing,
Welcome
that was
back.
the boss.
Ah, nice.
So we did get a call
Extra
from the
funny.
Kaiserin. Hey
Extra
Timber, you
funny
okay? Hey Timber, you okay? Do I need to smite anybody for you? Were they being mean to you again? Helicopter parents, am I right?
I don't know what Kaizoran you're speaking of, but that's definitely not my Kaizoran.
Bizarro
Alright, what
Universe
did I miss?
Kaiserin, Bizarro Universe Kaiserin, she's just a loving mother.
That would be very bizarro.
Yeah. The pacifist.
Still, and rather than it being rage, it's Mama Bear mode.
How dare you halt my Wolven?
But yes.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. You know what? Fuck you. Bull pups your firmament.
All right. Where were we specifically? I kind of half forget because it took me entirely out of my train of thought with the phone call.
Yeah.
The priest was asking what she was going to do.
She's stressing that she doesn't really have the ability to tell the louder voices to knock it off.
Oh yeah, where she's just like, okay, what do you expect me to do about this?
Well, point me in the direction of who would.
Actually, who would you say would be the most likely to cause issues when the Imperium arrives?
Nope.
It's been a while since I've been home, so I don't know if any power dynamics have shifted.
I'm not going to say that there was much of a power shift in dynamics. Not that I think you've ever really been one for the whole, politics. But, well, it hasn't changed that much.
Okay. As you said, I've never been one for politics. I don't know who in particular would be most likely to cause problems.
Okay, look. It's going to be the High Priest of Zeus. He's going to throw a fit. Some people are going to side with him in order to be on his good side. Others are going to side against him just to be against him. Even if the most that I could really do in order to promote a sense of acceptance of this is just abstain. And, throw in a couple of mentions of collaboration.
Seems like, once again, Hades and Zeus are at opposite ends of the table.
Well, that's kind of more by choice, I believe, but...
I'm sorry, say that again.
That it's more by choice than anything?
Mm-hmm. So you're just reminding me that I chose this. I see.
No, I was saying that when it comes to politics, normally by choice, Hades and Zeus are not exactly working together?
Yeah, she may have inadvertently stepped on a very old landmine by saying choice in that context.
Yeah, well, she doesn't really care
She might
too
not know
much
the
about
back-
all of that and know all of the details on it, so she's just like, yeah, normally they are just kind of on opposite ends of the table. What are you on about?
Yeah, just ask anybody who was a part of that council at the time the decision was made. The blanks will fill in very quickly. So it sounds like there's... Well, Timber, you've got your work cut out for you. Excuse me, Jägermeister, you've got your work cut out for you.
An attempt will be made.
I just thought of something fun. Jägermeister, you're, about middle of the road in terms of how combat capable Wolven are, right?
Correct.
Well, we can present him with the options and present him with the inevitable. And if he decides that he wants to fight, if he decides that he wants to put up resistance, then all you need to do is just challenge him to one-on-one combat. I only ask that if and when you end up getting the upper hand, that you don't kill him. Because then it would demonstrate to him how dangerous a single Wolven is, and he might realize fighting an entire ship full of them is not a good idea.
As much as I'm sure that you quite like this idea, you do know that he's not just going to go into, a duel himself.
I feel like I could goad him into that.
You
I
could
mean-
easily goad him into having Demetrius do something. But Demetrius
but I
is
like-
not exactly the easiest target.
Also, I like Demetrius.
Who's Demetrius?
He's the captain of the guard, the one who assisted us with the North.
Oh, yeah! Him.
Yeah, I like him.
Sorry, just suddenly picturing that conversation between the High Priest of Zeus and Demetrius. I need you to go fight that Wolfen. Respectfully, fuck that, sir.
Yeah, he would be enough of a coward to hide behind Demetrius, wouldn't he?
What a strange hierarchy you guys have.
Yeah, Timber, as I've said, Jägermeister, as I've said many times before, I'm the exception,
You do
not
know
the
it's
rule.
quite obvious that you two know each other. You don't have to keep using his title around me.
It's a matter of respect. The name
She's the only
Timber
one who
has...
calls me that, and I do miss it.
The name Timber has certain connotations within his religion. It's assigned for very specific reasons.
Okay.
I got respect to enough that I should address him by his title rather than a very specific name with very specific meanings, as said.
Okay. Either way, my point still mostly stands where if you try and do that, he's likely to just tell Demetrius to do something about it.
Social engineering angle. Timber. Damn. I keep doing it. Jägermeister. Sorry, I've gotten in the habit of using one title, and it's hard to adjust.
I'm going to start
What-
bringing around Brutus's crumpled helmet just to yell at it to do something.
What if you were to invite Demetrius into a sparring match, and I were to arrange events so that the Priest of Zeus witnesses the match? You'd be less inclined to hide behind Demetrius if he had already seen you defeat him in battle once.
If he could arrange such things, then yes.
And the other side of that coin, if Demetrius were to best you, then you would be able to carry that report to the forces when they arrive to say, look, there are strong warriors here. They're better off as allies than enemies, so we can at least make things smoother on that side.
What's one more mark of shame?
Well, to be fair, dangerous things can come in very small packages. Look at the twins. Up until now, all of the battles that have been fought on this island by Wolven were done so without witnesses. I know Hairfolk enough to know that when the demons came and the others fell, everyone would have been indoors cowering in fear. They wouldn't have seen the battle actually take place, they would have only heard it. Although, the stack
Surely
of bodies
someone
that they left
watched.
would be worth asking around. But the stack of bodies they created speaks to their prowess. And if they were to witness you and Demetrius sparring, again, if we can convince him to do as such, that would be enough to set it into the minds of the people that you'd just be throwing your lives away if you resisted.
That seems like a better plan than I had.
You were thinking about assassinating the heretics again, weren't you?
No.
Okay, what were you planning?
I was going to tell them what was coming and report of what they say.
Yeah, I have the strong suspicion that that would have a bloody end. Well, seems like there's a sparring match to be invited, proposed. That's the word.
I will refrain from striking him down.
Well, if you both went in with blunted weapons, and you just fought until one of you yielded.
Rules of engagement, yes.
Okay. Well, I think that's about as much as we can hope to get from this meeting. I will leave you with this. The
Duke.
Imperium does have a tendency to be a let's say heavy hand. But whether paying taxes to the HKO or paying taxes to the Adamantine Imperium, so long as the fields are still productive, I don't see how life would be much worse under their care than it's been before I arrived. Actually, in many ways, it'd be better. At the very least, you wouldn't have to be afraid of being randomly eaten.
The woman would defend your island to the last man. Provided they make it worth the Kaiser's while.
Which is part of why I was getting rid of the threats, because the cult specifically was affecting the fertility of the land. Now that crops are able to be grown again, and this land is productive again, they will see that and realize leaving the farmland intact is the tactically sound option.
We do have countless mouths to feed.
Okay. Like I said, I can try to be a bit of a voice of reason. I can't promise that I'll be successful.
We appreciate your time.
Yep. I am glad that you are willing to at least hear me out, or hear the Jägermeister out. I know I said that I was leaving on the previous statement, but I do have one more to make. And that is that no comfort lasts forever. You had the luxury of being able to stay here, stay behind these walls, have most of your needs met without needing to work very hard for them outside of your normal duties. Sadly, those times are coming to an end. You are going to need to harden up, as I was forced to do. Well, all of the rest of the clergy have been sitting here, spending all day in prayer. Well, You know, Hades' domain. It's... Let's just say I've had to get very intimately familiar with the dead. And unfortunately, the others will have to soon, too. Lead from the front lines, not from a desk.
Timbo will pull out one of his purity seals and just write in Celestial that this one gave us time, and just put it on her desk. And mulch out. Oh,
Well, given that a
hold on.
priestess, there's good odds that she can actually read that.
Yeah.
Goes in for a meeting, slaps a sticker on the desk, leaves.
Fails to elaborate further.
Yep, and Rose will be leaving as well. I know I could have worded that better, but I was struggling to find the proper words. She's trying desperately to be respectful, and she's not used to that.
Understandable.
She's used to just cussing people out when she sees them as weak.
She's used to just calling them an idiot.
Exactly. This is a strange and unusual feeling. Is this what you call empathy? I hate it.
You know, the warmonger and the priestess of death trying to do peace negotiations.
I tolerate you.
At least you didn't have the barbarian in there.
It is quite the interesting
Rosilia,
situation.
what is happening? You're evil, and I'm Wolven.
Well, you know, doing good things for bad reasons are still good things, you know.
No, I'm not doing anything for bad reasons. I'm doing things for the best reasons.
I wasn't talking about you, I was talking about me.
You're doing things for the best reasons because you're helping me.
Okay, let's go with that story. Anyways, that would be our scene.
All right. In that case, twins, you returning to
I
town.
wanted one last line. Hold on a second. Oh, Rosilia, don't you know? The light side always wins. And then it just cuts out on that.
Well, history is written by the victors.
Yes, the twins are returning to town.
Yep. Talking to Orchid.
They're going to go into the inn, and I'm assuming he's going to be behind the bar.
Nope, he's gonna be in the back, but you also know that you could basically just ask the person at the bar when he's not there to grab him, so.
Okay, they're just going to go climb up onto the bar and stare at the person behind it.
Can I help you?
We need to talk to Orchid.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That's not hard. I'll go grab him. And, they're gonna, like, awkwardly kind of, like, shuffle into the back. And a couple seconds later, Orchid will come out.
The two heads continue to follow them as they go back, and follow Orchid as he comes out. So, one of our friends needs healing, and he needs a bunch of crushed diamond dust. We have some trade goods available that we were hoping to trade for what he needs to get fully healed.
Okay, okay. So, what are you talking about? What's he need?
Crushed, a lot of crushed diamond dust.
A lot of crushed diamond dust, you say?
Yes.
Okay, I know how to get some of that. What you offering?
Well, they've got assorted trade goods that was heavily discounted, but they paid 1,000 gold for it.
All right. Which opportunity of getting stuff at a discount was that? Because I know I've given multiple trade good discounts.
There's only one that I've got written down.
Oh
But
yeah, no,
this
I'm
was-
just saying to the party.
This
just don't
was the, this was
this
the
Relago
festival.
one? Oh, festival. Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of the island, but the one where we did the whole,
Yeah, Damatolatar.
that one.
Yeah. All right. Cool. In that case, in terms of worth, that was about half off, so that's about 2,000 gold worth of supplies and trade goods that you got there. So that's about 2,000 gold, which he will nod at a bit and go, food has been tight around here lately, so with that amount, technically speaking, doesn't feed, but it makes it stretch longer, so probably around 2,200 for that.
And how much is still needed for Gar?
The ziggurat, the priestess is able to cover 1,000 of it, and they need 5,000 for the total. If you want all of it gotten rid of at once.
Well, like you said, food is scarce here, and so we're thinking 2,500. Because we still need, we need about 4,000 for this.
Joke.
Well, instead of hiking up just that, well, what else you got? I'll also accept payment in some services. So feel free to offer some skills you're willing to put to use on the table as well.
I am so glad that favor debts don't accrue interest.
Actually, well, we've got some very special brownies that are... Well, we're sure the right people would be very interested in them.
If you recall, oh wait, no, that's right. Never mind. I thought they had used up our existing supply with the rats, but did we not end up going with that? With the drugged rats when we were going after the Knoll camp?
You didn't have to use all of it for that.
And
Okay, fair
either
enough, so you
way,
have some left.
the twins had their own supply of them.
Oh yeah, they're private. They have of course they have a private stash. Why wouldn't they?
Not that
And then
they've
we also
eaten
had the-
any of them, but
They saw what it did to Rose and why the hell am I blanking on his name? Kerr's
Also
character.
the ginger
chemo.
from
Emo.
the trade good.
Emo. Yeah, they saw what it did to Rose and Chemo, so they're like, yeah, we're not going to eat that.
But yeah, they've got 35 of them.
Holy crap.
So these brownies are... let's just say they are especially good at loosening people up. And they're just going to send along images of, you know, what it did to Chemo and Rosalia.
Be careful. He's Greek. When you say loosen up, he might misinterpret that.
Well, that's why he's giving, you know, that's why he's giving the effectively the images of what it does.
Yeah.
The little
Hey, wait a
recordings.
minute. Wait a minute. Did you say you're sending him mental recordings of what happened to Rose when she got high as balls?
Yes.
Oh, he's not going to weaponize that at all.
No, totally not.
And for
You
those...
didn't even have to pay for that version.
Oh, trust me. And for those special recordings of Rosalia, we've got more of those that we can send along to you for the right price as well.
I will kill you in your sleep.
Hey, this is for Gar.
Mm.
Alright, so you need to make up a couple thousand more. How many of these brownies did you say you had?
They did not say to him directly how many.
Yeah, this is it. This is him fishing for it.
We've got a small supply of them.
All right. Would that small supply be able to account for about 20 of those occurrences?
Yeah, we've got, yeah.
And would this happen to be a refreshing stock, or is it a limited time offer?
This is very limited.
Very limited.
Like, these are special ones that are not going to be made. There won't be more of them made. Though we do have some of the plants of the, you know, the special kind of plant that went into the brownies.
Are these the kind of plants that can be cut? Specifically referring to the practice of cutting, so that way you can grow another plant off of the cutting of a.
I'm not sure. Would the twins know that?
Assuming that it is the demonetized type of plant, I believe that there are seeds contained within the buds, so.
More of them could be made.
Also, out of game, yes, you can actually cut them.
Yes.
Like, you know.
We could part with one of the plants.
Okay. So, one of the plants... Well, you know, just in order to be reasonable, if you have any mature plants, I'd be purchasing one of those. You know, wouldn't want to have any troubles with it in terms of developing or getting some sort of problem with it. So a mature plant if I'm purchasing.
Pretty sure that's what they have.
You have a couple in different various stages of growth.
Ah, that's right. They have a lot
Because
in various stages of growth.
Yeah. Because you got some that were mature, you got some that were, like, you know, effectively seedlings, and then I think you also got some seeds that you haven't done with, because you just don't have the space for it. I think.
I'm pretty sure... No, we do have the space. I'm pretty sure they did get those planted.
Oh, okay. But, okay, let's... Purchasing about 20 instances of it. And... You know what? How about this? You give me those trade goods, one mature plant, and 20 instances of those fun little time enhancers. And I can also cut you about you know what? Let's cut that at 4,000, and I'll pay you a couple of extra hundred for some nice juicy bits of Rosalia gossip.
Deal.
All right. There is a paw that is reaching across the counter.
Shake
Both
a
of
poor
them.
bunny's hand.
Both of them shake the paw.
All right. So you wanted about 4,000. Did you want to get paid in gold, or would you prefer to be paid in diamond powder?
Considering the diamond powder is what they need, might as well just get the powder.
All right. I'll cut the 4,000 in the powder, and then the extra for the gossip. I'll make that normal.
That is good. We would prefer the actual gold for that.
And he's
Twins
going
are
to
literally the twins are literally selling me out.
And he's
That's what
going
you
to
get
go.
for telling Paul not to smile.
And he's going to go into the back room. And after a couple of minutes, he's going to return with what equates to a burlap pouch that looks to be absolutely full. And he's just going to go ahead and drop it on the counter.
They are, of course, going to make sure that it is diamond dust.
All right. It is definitely diamond dust.
I doubt they would be able to estimate how much it's actually worth, but well, if he's cheating them, they will take out the... He will feel their wrath.
Well, I would trust that he's a good enough businessman to realize that we make very good business partners. You wouldn't want to bite the hand that feeds and all that.
I just got the image. You know, let's say he does. The twins come back like in a T pose, glowing with psychic radiation. You know, opening the roof, floating in and going, "Oh, kid, where are you?"
Besides, Orchid won't fuck over on the deals that he actually makes with you. He'll fuck you over in other ways.
Yeah, just make an Omni-Man entrance while T-posing.
Yeah.
And by T-posing, we mean one twin one direction, one twin the other direction.
Yeah.
Now I'm just imagining them doing that to the Imperium ships, just with like, Lagos isn't yours to conquer. All right, but yeah, he'll go ahead and do that, and just go. Well, let's just go ahead and say that you get those to me by the end of tomorrow-ish.
Oh, we could deliver it all right now. Just need to know where. As for the brownies, they're just gonna produce those.
On the note of Lagos isn't yours to conquer, I just wanted to say, like, yeah, they're just going to educate the ship's captain on the rule of dibs.
Yep.
They call dibs on this island.
And once you produce the brownies, Orchid will reach over, grab them, and unproduce them into his pocket.
All right.
And he'll just go ahead and meet me here with the stuff whenever in the next couple days. Well, by the end of tomorrow, really. and I'll let you in through the back entrance.
Will do. Also, here you go. They're gonna send along all of what Rose did while high.
Nice.
And maybe some stuff with Moriarty.
No, he only paid for Rose.
Okay.
Or he's only paying for Rose.
You know,
And how much
when
for that?
people have previously said that Orchid would be paying for me, that's not what they meant.
That is very, very funny. Question for valuation of this. Does she even remember doing that stuff?
We could make her remember for the right price.
I'll put a pin in that one.
We did, after all,
Alright.
completely restore Timber's entire mind at one point.
Interesting skill
So-
set.
So Rose is finally starting to feel guilty and wanting to make amends with the twins again. She's finally starting to warm up to them and start to find ways to forge a friendship. And they're about to do this. Once again reminding her why she keeps her distance. Their timing.
Well, at
The
this
timing is
point,
always-
it's a... they're figuring that money will come in useful somewhere for the group. They don't really buy much themselves.
They really don't. Then again, by, like, you know, nature, they are not gear related generally, so. Okay, so for that, I have some pretty good personal use for that, so I'm fine with calling that about 250.
You did say a few hundred, so that would be at least 300.
If I'm paying 300, she doesn't remember it right now, so I can't tease her with it right away. So if I pay 300 now, I'm knocking 50 off of the making her remember part.
We can accept that.
Sure then. Here you go. Do you prefer change, lump sum, smallest amount possible?
50 of it worth in silver, and then the rest gold.
Alright. Not a big fan of platinum, then?
Well, we got some platinum already, but... we've got a dragon that is growing, and we're sure he's going to want some gold soon. Right now, he just wants silver.
Ah, a very common problem, yes. And he'll go ahead and reach into his bag and start just pulling out in stacks of 10 gold and silver, eventually equating to 295 gold and 50 silver.
Oh, no, they wanted 50 golds worth, so 500 silver.
Okay, 50 gold's worth of silver.
Yeah.
Because you said 50 of it's silver, so
Yeah, my bad.
that has a couple different ways. Yeah, in that case, yeah, no, he'll 500 pieces of silver and 450 pieces of gold. Oh, not 450, 250.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I was like, what?
yeah, no, that was just me saying literally just the wrong number. Simple as.
But...
no more and no less complicated. I just straight up said the wrong thing.
Yeah. But yeah, with that concluded, they're gonna head back to the ship. Get the... give the silver to their dragon. And then go and start floating the trade goods over to the inn in the back.
All right. You also bring the plant and the plant with you?
Yes.
Did you remember to pet the mimic on your way out? A very important step.
Mimic?
The chest mimic.
That's in the dragon pile.
Yeah, they visited the dragon pile to drop a bunch of silver off.
Oh.
Yeah.
For some reason, I am
Zimmicky.
drawing a blank on there ever being a mimic.
When the Dragon's Horde was starting to get to a sizable amount and we were switching ships, Rose went to a vendor to pick up a chest, and it turned out it was a sketchy vendor that was selling her a mimic.
Yep.
And she's like, you know what? I'm okay with this.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, she gave the mimic to the dragon, so that way he can just have it sitting on the treasure pile, because classic adventurer bait.
Yep, and that was part of an influence.
Yep.
That's right. Well, yes, they will pet the mimic on their way out.
Mimic has been pet.
And I have updated the Dragon's Horde on the sheet here.
Cool. 500 silver added.
But yeah, otherwise they're floating all the trade goods off to Orchids. The plan was originally to sell it in Relago, but more important use for it here.
Yep. All right. You will be let into the back of Orchid's place, which is absolutely the best way to put it. That bitch TARDIS.
Go on, say it. It's bigger on the inside.
What technically speaking should be the back of a well-to-do drinking establishment. On the inside of it is actually the equivalent of a massive fucking warehouse.
Sorry, I always wanted to see that done properly.
Oh yeah, they're just going to deliver it wherever he wants it.
Yep. It'll take a little bit of walking, and you'll get to the correct area. And you can just go ahead and drop it off there.
Great. And now they're headed back to the temple with the diamond dust.
Can you imagine how much the doctor's soul would be crushed if someone arrives in the TARDIS for the first time and they're like, it's a bit cramped, isn't it?
I think he'd immediately realize that they're taking the piss out of him.
There was that one person that was like, it's smaller on the outside. And that threw him.
So, but once back to the temple, the twins are just going to find Rosalia and drop the bag of diamond dust on her. Well, next to her.
Let's say.
Just upend it right on all.
I'm sparkling. I'm the vampire now.
Oh no, you've just been glittered.
Ah, my favorite kind of bomb. My favorite kind of glitter. A glitter bomb.
Oh, this actually. I struggle. I struggle with words of gratitude. I'm not used to using them.
It's very simple. It's called thank you.
Just slow head turn, and you can hear the bones creaking.
Go on, you can say it.
Thank you, twins. This is going to help out Gar quite a bit. I should actually where is Chiefy anyways? He's supposed to be coming back with that diamond. I think that plus this, that should be all that's needed.
They just nod and start walking off back to the ship.
Also, unfortunately, Chiefy is a bit slower than the twins are, so.
This is true.
They did leave it, like, you know, relatively vaguely the same-ish time, so there is that.
Don't
He's
worry,
going
saying those two words gets easier over time.
Do you like having a tail?
What, are you jealous?
No, I'm just reminding you that mortals are easily disassembled. Anyways, I should go deliver this powder quickly before they get set up for the other ritual.
As Roselia, marches off with her stuff, Temple's standing there, I guess Snow's there, and Temple's gonna turn to Snow and go, I think she tolerates you.
Possibly. Look, I think we rub each other the wrong way.
Calling from down the hall when Timber says that. He's not my type.
Nor are you. Snow yells back.
Well, of course
It's
I'm not
okay.
my type.
And then Temple's gonna yell, it's okay! The Kaiserin can use everybody!
Giggity?
Temple not getting what's going on.
She's going to deliver the diamond powder and wait there for Chiefy to arrive to deliver the diamond from Gar's supplies. What's Alexi been doing this whole time?
Probably just having that nerd conversation, but he can do other things if he wants.
Oh no.
He's spazzing out.
Even with a 1, it's still a 19.
Luckily, that's a skill check.
He has some of the most unlucky dice I have ever witnessed.
I'm just gonna roll this for shits and giggles.
Because he doesn't praise the Kaiserin. We tell him over and over, Lightpaw, you've got to praise the Kaiserin or you're gonna roll like shit.
See, I didn't even say it and I got a 9.
Also, I do
In
have
my
to
defense,
agree.
you don't know whether or not I did because I was muted.
Also, I
well,
agree,
obviously nobody heard it.
Ren has the worst rolls.
That is true.
And
Ren has
Ren's
absolutely awful rolls.
Now,
Ren's
You know
rolls
what?
are
I will
next
actually agree
scene
with
he's
that.
in, have him praise the Kaiserin.
See if
Okay,
it
I will
works.
actually agree with that because if you recall the last game that I was actually in the audience for, I gave him how many cards and he was still struggling?
Yep, that's Ren.
And even worse, his bad luck is contagious. He helped my
I wish you
character.
luck.
He helped my character in the Saturday game. And the bad luck just went through that entire session and carried on till late that night when I went and did some Baldur's Gate.
At least when he interacts with Nova, it like oscillates.
Well, yeah, it's because Steve acts as a counterbalance.
No, it's just
No.
Nova.
Nova knows that ignorance is the best defense.
Nose is a very strong word for Nova.
He believes. All right, so before we keep waffling on,
Look
let's
who's in
go.
chat.
Yeah. Rosilia's going off to get Gaul. The twins went back to the ship. Did Snow find the thing he was looking for?
Yes, he knows where this person might be. He just needs probably a crate full of food to trade for it. Which
The
place
twins. The twins just traded away a crate full of food.
Oh, that's not his food. He's not going to be using that. It's more this town is also under a bit of a famine, so food's going to be at a premium. Well, I guess Snow will try to purchase as much food as people are willing to spare. I don't know what I could roll, and it's probably something I am completely untrained in.
I'd say for this, probably like diplomacy.
Oh, yay, flat D20. Let's go.
Have you
There's
tried
that
being
three.
likable?
Have you tried saying for the Kaiserin? I saw that
Oh.
17.
Why do I get the feeling that with a 3 in diplomacy, he just gets a blank stare and then, aren't you a carnivore?
I was
No.
about to say, Snow, you're going to be informed quite bluntly that they don't carry carnivore food here.
I don't need carnivore food. I'm an omnivore. I eat just about everything.
That you're not helping your case?
But I don't eat people.
I eat everybody equally.
Gar, no.
I eat everything equally, but I don't eat people. Yeah, that's definitely a 3.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, that's a 3. Pretty good 3 right there.
But it's not for me. I need it to trade to someone to get booze.
You're not.
They
Makes
were
you feel
giving
better
you
on-
like the blankest stare right now.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm gonna blow it on booze.
Yeah, because not only are you asking for food, now you're going, don't worry, I'm just going to use it on booze.
In a
As
starving
Snow
city.
Snow is just going to pick it up. I'm trading it to people who make this stuff. As he holds out the one of the vials. the empty vial, but still.
Oh man.
It turns out this whole time, the whole reason for the tail and the mouth is that they were practicing for putting their foot in it.
That seems possible right now.
I can't be good at everything.
Nope.
So
But you're
I
a
take
monk.
it they're not.
How can you not be good at something?
He's not good at talkie.
Well, on the plus side, you aren't getting kicked out. You can take that as a positive.
Man, only if Snow knew somebody with charisma.
But you'd more worth like threaten them.
I mean, the twins have a really good diplomacy as well.
True.
But twins, I was trying to make it a funny thing. Was he tries to get Timbo to ask somebody something?
Nope. Snow will just wander off. Unfortunately, the only thing he has is a bunch of beef jerky because he traded out all of his vegetarian food to the starving captives.
People, yeah.
Well, unfortunately, he's probably not going to get that, but
Yeah, you're not.
yep. The only other way Snow is going to be able to figure this out, but not at this time right now. If anyone else wants to do anything.
Well, if Snow were to return to Rose upon his failure to be able to buy food in this town, I may or may not have actually brought up the transcript of Blazing Saddles because I know exactly what she would respond to him with.
Snow won't mention anything. He understands the people don't want to give up food because they're kind of in famine.
Well, it's because you're a carnivore.
A
What did
pure
you
carnivore?
expect? Yeah. What did you expect? Welcome, Sonny. Make yourself at home. Marry my daughter. You've got to remember that these are just simple farmers. These are people of the land, the common clay of the New West. You know, morons. Well, I thought it was funny.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's sort of
I
online
told
abridged. You're almost quoting it.
Oh,
I'm only quoting Sword Art because I'm quoting Blazing Saddles, and they were too.
Yeah.
Mm.
To be fair, great choice on their part. On the other hand, yeah, sometimes makes it confusing about which one you're quoting.
yeah, I'm just gonna keep the tab open.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm just gonna keep
Dungeon
that tab.
Master. What? No, I was quoting Mythbusters.
Nope, Snow has a different plan that he will attempt, more better suited to some of his abilities as opposed to talkie.
All right.
You can't beat up the farmers either.
Do I
Yeah,
look
we
like
need
Rose?
walkers.
Do I look like Timber?
No, Temple would never halt civilians. We need laborers. Unless they got out of line.
And I have to do my full rest.
And Rose
While all
wouldn't
this
hurt
stuff
that.
is going on.
And Rose wouldn't hurt them because she needs her revenge to be succeeding in their faces.
Emotional pain.
Okay, well that's different. She will gladly inflict emotional pain. In fact, she has been making it quite the pastime.
Nope, Snow will trot off, and he knows the rough location of where they are, and yep, he is unfortunately Yeah, he's now determined.
Oh boy.
ADHD has zoned in.
He was
All
rebuffed
right.
by the racist. He was rebuffed by the racist tradesman. It fills him with determination.
Determination's a word for it. Definitely a word for it. All right.
Is there it? Sorry, go
So
ahead.
you are having to head, a good 2-3 hours out of town. This place is very obviously extremely out of the way, which it shouldn't be unexpected given the people that are a part of this, apparently being people who just kind of apparently mostly live out in the woods. So, a little bit of not too much unexpected stuff. The more interesting portion happens when you begin to realize that a good amount of the things that are just a good amount of like the foliage and vegetation, first of all, starts to appear a lot more lush. Then you start seeing the things that for a fact can get turned into booze, hallucinogenics, all of that various good stuff, as it were.
Snow, do not the plants.
But the plants.
Do not the plants.
We have brownies at home.
But we don't have absinthe. The real stuff.
Now I have a song stuck in my head.
You're
This is
welcome.
your fault.
But no, Snow will look around, curious as why everything suddenly got lush here all of a sudden. He wants to rummage around. But it feels like he's on someone's property, so he's not going to start, taking.
Probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's just going. He will walk up. He is not being stealthy. He will be following the path, as I feel
Yeah,
that people would.
Why do I get the feeling if he started raiding those plants that he would hear banjos in the distance?
Yeah, sure, go. Fuck with the Bacchanala right now. Do it. I dare you. It will go so well. I promise.
At most, and Snow will just be, he's interested in the plants, and he just like the equivalent of poke. And I guess he will slowly keep going along the path, if there even is a path, where he thinks the stilling location is.
It's hard to determine, exactly, but you're familiar enough with what would be necessary, especially when you start hearing sounds of nearby water. That's a pretty good sign.
Yeah, you need that for just to cool the still line, condense the vapor. Yeah.
So yeah, that makes it a whole lot simpler for you. So, you are treated to the site of, well, what is obviously and maybe concerningly what appears to be the equivalent of a party that looks like it started forever ago and has not yet stopped.
I like these people. He'll walk up to a point, and he'll just, hello, people. I was told you make good booze.
The nearest person to you is going to smile in probably like a vapid way, and just kind of like stumble over to you and go, hey, take this. And they're going to just hand you a bottle of something.
Well,
Do you risk the jungle juice?
it's snow, yes. He'll do the equivalent, the sniff test to see what it actually is. Is it wine? Is it some kind of incredibly? Is it alcohol, or is it like alcohol, beer, or something that if you bring too close to a flame, it spontaneously combusts?
All right, go ahead and give me an appraisal. Go ahead and take a +2.
Because he's good at appraising.
Yeah, give me a knowledge nature check.
Is it something so strong that you can pretend to be a dragon by belching on a candle?
16.
16. Well, with that 16, you are very aware that whatever it is something that you have not had before. In addition to that, it is a liquid. It isn't alcoholic, at least you think, based on how it is. And besides that, you probably shouldn't bring it near flame, but it's definitely not alcoholic.
No, we'll take a pull from it. Not the longest, not the shortest, he was offered a drink. He will take a drink.
Now, I know we've talked a lot about how you should never do drugs, but from now on, you'll be taking drugs.
Okay.
Basically.
Is there anything I should be rolling after taking a swig of that?
Oh, go ahead and give me a fortitude and a wisdom.
Okay, is this alcohol or drugs?
Definitely drugs.
Okay, so I get a +2. Because yeah. Fortitude. That would be a 27 and a wisdom, which I believe I'd still get a +2. 22.
All right. I have good news and bad news.
I passed one and failed the other.
The good news is you are not going to vomit whatever it is you just took. On the other hand, that wisdom save is a fail. Now, I'm gonna let you know, how familiar are you IRL with what the Bacchanala was about?
0.
Okay. So the Bacchanala is effectively, when it came to more Roman times, another question. Are you familiar with the Dionysia?
No.
Okay. The Bacchanal is the more well-known one. So imagine a group of people who fucked off into the woods to party forever and constantly while worshipping the god of wine and madness.
Oh, so he's going a little insane.
Yeah, this is going to be hardcore hallucinogenics.
Ooh, salvia.
So
This is more like what Salvia wishes it could be when it grows up.
Mm-hmm.
So, have fun with that and continue.
In Ascent to Ascend, I posted how you spell it.
Yeah, no, Snow takes a pull. He doesn't vomit, and it's just... He slowly hands the bottle back. He's not even sure if he's handing the bottle back.
Yeah, there you go. You're a trooper. You're gonna have fun here.
I just do lots and lots and lots of drugs. We've been over this.
Although I will say, I would highly recommend just make sure you don't harsh the vibe, okay? You look a little weird, and I don't know if that is you or me. But just don't harsh the vibe.
Could totally do a bluff check right here.
I am cat. He's too high of his mind to...
Cool. So cats have 4 eyes. Got it.
How come you have ears on your hands?
I was always told I was a good listener. Is that it? It might be that.
Could be why I'm seeing so many extra things right now.
Could be. So, oh yeah, you were saying something when you walked up, but I wasn't paying attention. What were you saying?
I don't know what I was saying.
And he was never heard from
Okay,
again.
do you want more fun things to take? I got a bunch of fun things.
Snow is really... He you know how a cat just looks into the void and just... You're not sure what they're staring at? That's what he's doing right now.
Looking into the middle distance.
Yep. Yeah, no, he's yeah, it's almost like he's hyper fixated on something that's floating in the distance. And occasionally his attention just slowly moves with it. There's nothing there.
Of course not. Why would there be anything there?
And he'll just keep following that around for a minute, just kind of half snapping out of it for a second, like I was looking for booze.
Oh, booze. Okay, yeah, I got booze. I got a lot of different kinds of booze. What kind of booze were you looking for?
He just starts rummaging around his backpack and he pulls out what he thinks is the vial that of the holy water.
You're pulling out like just a handful of bullshit right now, but that doesn't matter too much.
Actually, in his bag of holding, there's an incredible amount of bullshit there.
I know there is, which is why I made sure to say you're pulling out an incredible amount of bullshit, because you are.
Let's see here. What?
Well, it'll be nice to know that Rose isn't the only person who got blackout stoned.
Well, this is like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What garbage is in there? Yeah, no, there's a bunch of pittons, torches, tinder wig, a horseshoe magnet.
All right. You know, the exact things you're pulling out doesn't matter as much. Because he's just gonna nod, not even look at what you're pulling out, and stumble over to what looks to be a box and start just like rummaging through it himself. Oh, okay. Funny look at you. Do you have a favorite color?
Blue.
Blue. Okay. Now, which one was blue?
What does blue taste like?
That you, my friend, have the best questions. Let's find out.
These fools, I've always known what blue tastes like.
But Timber will never know what red tastes like.
And he is going to stumble back with a pair of those long skinny vials.
Yes.
Yeah, he's stumbling back with a pair of those, and he's gonna clink them together slightly and hold one out for you.
Oh no, Snow. Snow is
You've
not.
asked him a question, and he thought the question was fun.
Yep. Nope. Snow is once again handed a drink, and it wasn't. He hasn't asked to trade, and he feels the need to drink.
Yep. Unironically, right now you're effectively sampling his hardcore his hardcore, more experimental bullshit as compared to what is the more sellable things. So this is more like he's like, oh hey, new fun person here, try my shit.
Round.
But this is exactly what Snow would do. 100%. We still need to talk about that, Tal.
Yep.
Snow will drink because he's testing the experimental concoction. Of course he's going to do that.
Yeah, of course. As one does.
Is there anything you would like me to roll?
Like with basically everything you're gonna get from this guy, it's just straight up going to be a fortitude and then a will.
Okay, so
The fortitude is because it has not actually been made for like greater consumption properly yet, and then the will is like the actual check.
Okay,
so the fortitude is to keep it down. The will is to actually resist its actual effects.
Okay, and it is still considered to be a drug?
It is a drug.
Okay, so a +2. So +2 this
And
roll.
since you're already under the effect, you can decline to.
Well, he's probably not holding it down. And the will. Yeah, he's tripping out even more. So 16 and 16.
Fatality.
All right. Actually, that is enough to keep it down, because it not being keep downable is not a part of its actual main effect, so it has a much lower DC. As for the will save, yeah, no, it is. You are not. I won't say you're feeling a kaleidoscope of colors, more like you're tasting one now.
I think at this point, Snow is on sensory overload right now, and he's just going to just fall backwards into the ground and just stare up into the sky, just like, wow.
Yeah, I think that at this point, back in the real world, he's on the ground twitching with a fly buzzing on his eye.
He's just having a fun time.
Hey, have you guys played Psychonauts too?
I am the milkman. My milk is amazing.
Oh no, the sequel has an even better level for this. It's literally called Feast for the Senses, about a guy going through sensory overload with you in his brain. It's themed like Woodstock.
Like you do.
So, Snow, you are having a great time. And you're going to be having a great time for the next good while.
Perfect.
He's going to come down onto this right about when we start shoving off.
Yeah. Define the next while.
Define the next while is, probably for the next half a day.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Oh god, he's gonna be so hungover after this.
Makes you feel any better? I'm out of bits now.
Well, Snow's having a trip. What's everyone else doing for the next half a day?
Only half a day?
Well, that's when he'll start to regain his senses. I won't say he's gonna be under no effects at that point.
Now, here's an important question. When he comes down, is he going to be in a new random location?
Oh, no, because you think this guy's letting him get away? No.
Test
He's
subject.
taking the fun things.
Well,
But he is
luckily
going to
for
be married.
Snow. Luckily for Snow.
Yes, the Skyrim quest.
Yeah, luckily for Snow, Temple's gonna want accountability. A search party will happen.
I mean, Snow really didn't say where he was going, and he's
Exactly.
gonna be
He
he's
ran
gonna
off.
he is going to
Well,
be
I
a
mean-
pain to find.
I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to find from the air. There'll be a cloud of purple smoke.
But, you know, that's not till at least late when Temple checks on the crew.
Yeah, it'll be until the next time he misses roll call that people notice he's missing.
Well, what's everyone else doing until
I
he
think it might
regains his
depend
senses?
entirely on whether or not Bacchus wants his new follower found.
New is a strong
Well,
word.
It'd depend on whether or not it's funnier if he's found.
I mean, he is a follower of Caden, so you know, they're definitely siblings from a different god rock.
Yeah, look, even if they aren't actually related, they'd absolutely be drinking buddies anyway, so, like, you know, who cares?
They're basically bros.
So unless anyone else is going to be doing for the next half a day until he possibly starts regaining consciousness.
I'm trying to figure out what exactly the Hephaestians are trying to, or what a crisis the Hephaestians are trying to unbreak now.
Well, luckily you can't nat fail those kinds of skill checks. So that's some good news for you.
I would say take the 10.
That is also an option.
It is probably the smart option.
Are you just going to take the 10?
The one time the stupid thing bounces out of the area, it's a 17.
Now it's just mockery.
You forgot to say the line.
God!
It makes it better.
Well, I mean,
better like
Not God. It's Kaiser.
I mean, he's 50% there.
I rolled something out of the box too, and it was a nat 20, which I really
Womp womp.
needed.
I swear, Fantasy Grounds is programmed where if you don't roll in the box, you roll higher. I swear it's set up that way specifically.
Yeah, to piss you off. All right. Well, let's see. Alexi's doing something.
I
Apparently,
was asking if you just wanted to take the 10 for a reason.
what are we up to though? Because it's clearly not going well by the standard of the
Well,
Hephaestus.
let's see how the Hephaestians are doing here. Oh, hey, they rolled above a 10 on the dice, so they're making up for you. As for what they're up to, well, since you're here and you obviously seem to be infatuated with gears and clockwork and all that, they would likely be effectively just prodding you on better ways of making clockwork and machinery go. And yeah,
As you do.
as one does. Well, look, you're here. They're taking the opportunity, and I will say it's becoming kind of clearish that you aren't leading them in it so much as you're bringing up concepts, and they're starting to run with it.
Found the Nerd Guild. How do you feel?
Disgusted.
I think you mean founding the Nerd Guild.
Pretty soon they're gonna start going together on freaking Sunday and sitting around a table and rolling math rocks.
No, Sundays never work out.
Yeah, I
Oh,
feel
maybe
like they're
said for the
cursed.
Also, you
Is,
guys want to talk about Fantasy Grounds rollers?
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 has the worst rolling mechanics I have ever seen. Oh my god.
Hey, at least you have inspiration.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I've used it all.
I multi-classed my character on Baldur's Gate 3 into Bard just so that I could use inspiration. I don't even give it to the party. I hoard it for myself.
Is Gore healed up now?
I'm doing a full rest on the ship, so
Okay. Well, if Gore's back at the ship, Temple will go back to the ship. Wait, no. He has some Nord store angle. He's gonna wait for Rosilia and Alexi.
Well, Rose, at some point in time, is going to be doing the whole communion with Hades thing. But it basically just amounts to a really elaborate prayer after she's done sanctifying the altar.
And the silly thing I have to point out is, as soon as we figure out that Snow's gone, Timber just needs to detect chaos to find out where.
It's got a limited range.
Chaos has a limited range?
My
The detection of
detection.
it does.
Keyword Temple's detection. No, usually if I just start walking in a random direction, the Kaiser just makes me find stuff that she wants exterminated.
Also, with the grade of stuff that he's on right now, I'm pretty sure the detect chaos range is going to be extended a bit.
Not how it works, unfortunately.
I just randomly thought of the perfect name for those magic brownies. MacGuffin muffins. If you eat one, it will progress the plot. It may not go in the direction you want it to go, but it will progress.
But they're
I mean,
not
we're progressing
muffins. They're you know, Brownies.
What is a
You have to,
what is it?
I think you're gonna have to roll for lawyer if you want to convince me of that.
All right.
They have
Well,
that.
Temple
I know,
is
that's why I
going
was saying it.
to. Temple is gonna go mosey on over, and as soon as Rose is done looking like she's praying, she's gonna get grabbed, and then Temple is gonna go over to Alexi. What are you doing?
Okay, I think we have finally got the flu closed. Is he gonna be okay? I mean, I'm pretty sure we can pick a good prosthetic at this point. It's not that bad.
Missing limbs aren't exactly the worst thing that could happen to one of us. I mean, you know.
Yeah. We're good. We're good, right? Yeah.
Jägermeister, could you put me down so I can dodge shrapnel if needed?
I will shield you.
Oh, hi guys.
Greetings, scribe. What are you doing?
Dangling cat hand wave.
Well, we were talking about advanced clockwork for a bit, but then we opened the forge. The forge was already open. We just kind of decided that we were going to use the forge to demonstrate a point. It kind of got a little overheated, but we're good now, aren't we? I think.
Yeah,
Can you weaponize this?
Probably.
Oh boy.
Acceptable. Timbo picks up Alexi. Let's go.
Bye guys. See you sometime, I guess.
You just put the idea in the head of Hephaestian cultists to weaponize something. We may have to remodel the ziggurat soon.
No, I mean most of it's marble. They can't. I mean, for a reason. They
just.
It wouldn't be the first time.
No, it's worth noting. She did use the word cultist there to describe them. It shows you how she feels about them.
Temple. The funny thing is, Temple's walking, but he's holding Alexi and Rose up. Kind of like they're in a huddle as he's walking with them. All right. Well. Gau's back on the boat. The twins are wiggling around somewhere. Snow ran off.
Cats tend to do that.
I don't like it.
Snow was left unsupervised.
Don't worry, he's supervised.
In my defense, I was left unsupervised.
He's very supervised right now. After all, this guy needs to figure out what happens when people take his shit to make sure it works right.
He'll be fine. You'll probably find him in 2 days meowing trapped in a tree.
Unacceptable. Besides, I already lost my men. I'm not losing more.
I could send Sveff and Thorn out on a search protocol if you really want to know where he went off to.
Pack stays together. You don't split it up. Unless the Kaiser says scattle, then you really start running. Because if Kaiser says scattle, it's
it's because she wants to minimize casualties from incoming artillery.
Yeah.
See,
I'm the bomb technician. If you see me run faster.
If you see me running, try to keep up, yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually seen a guy wearing that shirt before.
One of my favorites is the a sprinting EOD tech outranks everyone.
Yeah.
This is true.
Mine would be, if you see me running, I hate running. You better start running.
Yeah, that's what I tell every single one of my apprentices. If you ever see me running, you should be following. Don't question it, follow.
Yeah.
And what's your job?
I'm an electrician. I usually work in gas plants.
Look, if I see a Sparky running, I'm going the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't going towards whatever a Sparky's running towards.
You see, that's the mistake. Is the Sparky's running away from the thing trying to explode? We just saw it coming about 20 seconds before the alarm hit.
Yeah. You saw somebody drop a screwdriver. Oh no.
Yeah, I've seen what 50,000 volts can do to a squirrel. I'm good.
Alright, well. Where's the twins at? Tempo thinks really loudly.
I mean, if you're asking in character, there'd be no response.
Yeah. I'm just saying Tempo thinks really loudly.
No response.
And somehow, everyone else can hear Tempo's thought.
Well, assuming that Timber isn't holding Rose like a bundle, she's going to send Svefnthorn off on search protocol for Snow.
Well, I mean, you're two small characters. He's just gonna plop them up on his shoulders.
Yeah. See, as far as the twins go, she knows them well enough to know that they probably just want some alone time, and that they're probably going to be okay. She only just recently met Snow, and she's still figuring him out, so if he's wandered off somewhere, she wants to find out where. Because now that Timber's worried about where he's at, suddenly she's like, yeah, wait a minute. We have too many enemies for me to leave new friends untracked. Unfortunately, though, Taldarius, he said that the location's like way out in the woods.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours away.
So yeah, there's no way Svefnthorn's gonna find Snow anywhere in town.
No. 0% shot for that one.
Alright, but it would take him a while to complete the search protocol, so whatever's going on in the meantime.
Well, if the twins aren't responding, twins, what are you up to?
They are on the ship training their, training Ibzan.
Alright, so they showed up to hand off the diamond stuff and then left?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Are they, like, on the deck?
Sure.
Alright. Well, it's too soon to do another animal handling check, but, you know.
Roleplay-wise, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I was about to say roleplay-wise, you know.
They're also going to be training their, hound, their hellhound, friend.
The heck puppy.
The heck puppy.
Alright.
That one they haven't done a roll on.
That one they haven't. Let me check the trainability of hellhounds anyway.
There you go. A spectral 2 walls.
Oh, these things have like an int of 6. You don't even have to train them. They're actually intelligent.
But to say, the trainability of the Hellhound, I guess that depends on whether or not the twins are from Gehenna.
Okay, well, they're still putting him through the training.
Okay, yeah.
Roleplay.
Roleplay-wise, yeah. You would be able to communicate with them. They just can't talk back.
Neat.
So, yeah, this is more like something, like where they're okay being treated like a pet so long as it doesn't go too far. And that's actually straight up in their thing.
Well, in that case, they're going to basically be, using, they're going to be using the heck puppy to help them train the hyena.
Alright. Yeah. Fun fact: hellhounds have an intelligence of like 6, apparently.
They're as smart as an average wolven trooper.
I thought the average roll was at a 7, but yeah.
Well, last time I saw it was 6, but that was like with the D&D wolven data sheet.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, even out of game, I thought it was 7, but yeah, no, that's
Maybe a
they
veteran.
they can be like, negotiated with. So this isn't very basically this is just me saying, yeah, it's all still Gucci.
Yeah.
This is going down a different route technically a bit. But yeah, if you're getting them involved with the training of the Hyenodon, yeah, go right ahead. Actually, here, let me animal handling is wisdom anyway, so let me actually. I'm curious. What's its handle animal? It has a wisdom of 10. All right, cool.
Well, I did already
just
do a roll, so.
Yeah, no, I was because technically speaking, it can assist, so it would give +2 to your roll result.
Oh.
So long as it rolls above a 10, which it rolled a 15. So, yeah, no, it's providing +2 to your narrative roll there. Yeah. Turns out, yes, your heck puppy can in fact help you train your Hyenodon.
Excellent.
Dogs playing with dogs.
Dogs playing with dogs playing with dogs.
The twins aren't dogs.
No, but I do have a couple of those around in terms of the quote unquote conscripts. So like
But yeah, that's just what the twins are doing. And sure, they'll be up on the top deck.
Alrighty.
I am back.
Welcome back.
But I was listening on the recording that the twins were training their companions. So we get back to the ship?
If you're going back to the ship, yep.
Yep. Twins!
I mean, they'll look over.
What's wrong? Tibble puts down Roselia and Alexi.
They tilt their heads.
You've been awfully quiet recently.
They're going to shrug.
Did I upset you?
They will nod.
Is there any way I could atone for my transgressions?
We were the ones in the wrong.
Twins? Sometimes you have to halt the people you care about.
We did that and you yelled at us.
Yeah, and I threw a bomb and I wounded the entire party.
Kind of killed.
But it was because I believe that was the best course of action. You did not screw up. You're trying to help Osilia.
They nod at that.
I was wrong to yell at you. But I do have a temple. I am confident, though, that together we can finish this mission. And to finish this mission, I need my pack to be as strong as possible. We need you to complete our mission.
We are still here.
But we need all of you.
There is only the two of us.
Your special ability to always keep a track on everyone is very useful.
We have been told multiple times that several people don't like us doing that.
Well, I don't like that some people have not yet witnessed the true and proper way, but I tolerate it for the mission. We need you. And you know what? If someone has a beef with that, they can come talk to me.
They point in union at Rosalia.
Temple Shadow looms over Osilia and he just goes, Osilia?
What?
The twins' ability to keep us all connected is a very powerful tool. We need that.
Yes. I feel like you're expecting me to say something here.
Yes, I know. I'm used to ordering people to just do thing and then thing happens, okay?
Well, if they would just connect, they would know how I felt about all of this. They are frustrating at times, but we wouldn't have made it this far without them. And they've been an invaluable help in figuring out exactly how this damn collar works, and trying to find how to eventually... You know what I want to say, I can't say it. There have been a few missteps, yes, but we gained a lot of insight from it. Besides, I was the one that asked for it to happen. Wouldn't be right for me to be mad at them when they just did what I asked them to do.
Twins, we need the connection back online.
They don't respond for a while looking at each other. And then the connection is going to pop back up.
It doesn't look like it, but the twins can tell Temple is very happy.
Meanwhile, Rose's frustration has mingled with an understanding she's gained over the last couple days. And she would never use these words to describe it and would probably resort to violence if you tried using them, but it is starting to resemble a feeling of family.
And now that we're all back connected, we can start to feel the effects of the drugs from
the moment that Snow connects, you just hear screaming and microphone feedback coming through the line.
Yeah, the twins think it's Temple for a moment.
Well, that all depends on how far away they are.
They are hours away. And
Yeah,
Snow
a
moves
couple hours
fast.
away. So, you know for a fact that Snow is not connected, which means that Snow is not within a mile of the city.
The twins would know that Temple felt worried about where Snow is because he lost track of him.
Okay, the cat returns once in a while. You know, it could be gone for 6 months. It'll make its way back.
Let's do that, you know.
Yeah, what's upsetting is how true that is.
Yeah, but I mean, if someone's missing from the pack, the dog gets worried.
Timber's going to be standing, staring out the glass door for a little while.
The cousin will come back for me. Someday.
You just made me remember the dog from Futurama.
Seymour, yeah.
I didn't want to say the name.
Well, name got said anyway.
How dare.
How dare you make Rose feel a feeling?
Oh, it's okay. Emotional damage is how Temple retaliates against people.
Emotions are forbidden.
Just remember what Temple did to Chemo. Emotional damage, all of it. Well, we need to find Snow.
Well, we need to go really far north for that.
Sure, just let
Seriously.
me. I need a bag. Roselia! Temple like runs off to his room real quick. Shuffles around. And comes back with 2 cans of freaking chow that he keeps in his freaking room. Because there was the
what's this for?
stockpile. I don't like going places without a couple days ration.
Oh. Speaking of which, we need to get you a new backpack. I do have some leather left over from the giant. I'm sure that Alexi and I could make something for you.
The twins over here with craft leatherworking.
Shit, you're right. I keep trying to nudge things towards Alexi crafting because he's the artificer, but yeah, you're right.
They were here first!
I don't want to play with you anymore.
I mean, to be fair, we haven't needed, like, some things built for a while.
Wait,
Keep hiring other people to do it.
Yeah.
twins, you can work with leather, right?
You get a brief view from their eyes as they focus in on the leather harness that Rosalia is wearing. The one they crafted
Right.
for them to have
Right.
an easier time, more comfortable ride and stuff.
And then like a 3D scan of literally Timbor's look, because they spent so much time on Timbor, they know the exact specifications.
Okay, you do realize that I do suffer from literal brain rot, right?
Imagine that. Not me. This is
All
a
right, well, that's
skibbity-free zone.
that is something for when we get back. Could definitely make a nice backpack for Timber, possibly with a few enhancements. I actually have a couple ideas already. But yeah, we should find out where Snow wandered off to. With his drinking habit, it's entirely possible that he could be passed out drunk in a culvert somewhere.
I don't know. Do these guys have culverts?
You're asking if the farmers understand irrigation.
I miss
Urban
my
irrigation.
old alcoholic. At least he didn't. At least he stayed here when he was drunk.
Yeah, I miss him too.
So, Rosalia, Timbo offers the two giant cans. Can you hold this for me?
Yeah, just gotta wait for Svefenthorn to get back. He was out on a search.
Oh.
No wonder he wasn't finding anything, if Snow's nowhere in town.
Would make finding anything a whole lot harder.
Well, let's go look for him. We're born in daylight.
Technically, daylight's always burning. Point of it.
Well,
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Timbo runs back to his room.
If you're a vampire, then daylight would be burning.
Then he comes out with Brutus's banged up helmet. Alright. And he like hooks it onto his belt.
You know what? I've got nowhere to judge. Pointing at the hooves on her own belt.
That way I can yell at him. Instead of you. I'm sure it misses me yelling at it. The helmet.
Oh no. Snow is sniffing Ren's loser dust.
That's a way of putting it.
The quote system, everybody.
I don't know. My rolls are either really hot or really cold. Unlike that, just cold, ice cold, absolute zero.
That just means that the dice are destabilizing. They'll eventually break.
So, I guess we go looking for Snow? Question mark?
Yeah, probably.
Seems like it, yeah. And given this time, this is probably a pretty good time to end it off, because we're about at end time.
Yeah.
Yep, you're
And
right.
Gar
it is a
will
good
not
time to...
be able. Gar will not be able to join in the search because it's an 8-hour rest.
Yep, you know what, Taldarius, what you just said there, it is a good time to end it all. I need to go talk to my boss real quick.
All right.
I mean,
Just hope.
every day that I hope that my job site combusts into flames.
I just
I
hope that.
don't.
I just hope that I don't need to get Minecrafted again.
I like making money.
Well, I could make money elsewhere. I just rant for later.
I mean, just stop performing things that are, stop doing things that necessitate cubing, and you'll stop being cubified.
Are
Don't
you
wanna
asking
touch
me
that.
to be? Are you asking me to be reasonable and responsible?
Oh
Yes.
no, I'm just letting you know what the requirements are because I know you'll also never hit them.
Are you asking Snow to be reasonable and responsible?
No, why
Yes.
would I do that?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
literally all Tippo asks anybody. Other
So
than,
appar-
doing the reasonable and responsible thing of giving everything to the Kaizorn.
So according to Cobot, the way to cure Ren's dice curse is to use Nova, and well, the Minecraft one is definitely accurate. That's what we call a ghost ship.
Also, yeah, that is also pretty correct considering that Nova seems to be the one person that causes Rain's awful luck to ping pong a bit.
Well, yeah, it is the duty of the stupid character to keep everybody in line.
I don't know. It depends on what character I had brought.
Okay.
Cobot is really on point today.
What?
Quote for ending the stream. So quote 1 is cursed and cannot be repeated.
So yeah, thank you everybody for joining us today for Ascent to Ascend Pathfinder. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I could not do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as subscribing to us on YouTube, as well as Streamloots, and you can also help out by tipping to the channel directly. But for now, thank you so much for joining, everyone, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Click on someone your own size.